Rejecting a kawaii waifu is one of the biggest sins in anime. What up weebs, here we are with the 5th season of Danmachi. The performance in the last season was particularly impressive, aligning perfectly with the anime's title as Belle and Ryu fought together to survive in the deep depth. And yet in season 5 another waifu gets involved with no one other than the Rabito Futo, Belle Crano, who is voiced by the well-known and respected harem king Matsuoka Yoshitsugu. Belle truly lived up to the expectations, successfully adding another waifu to his harem. This time, the long-foreshadowed characters Seer, Freya, and Horn created an outburst. As we are going to review on Danmachi after finishing the series, let's begin with an impression of Belle as the protagonist who leads the show. To be frank, Belle is one of the main characters I'm not particularly fond of, mainly because of his shyness and tendency to hesitate during moments of adversity. This is evident in certain situations, such as when everyone is under Freya's enchantment. Instead of searching for clues or solutions, Belle falls into self-doubt and hesitation. At times, he even seems inclined to fully submit to Freya's plan. It's worth noting that the members of Freya Familia are overwhelmingly powerful. Yet Belle at level 4 spends time wallowing in despair and self-doubt while being badly beaten. His behavior and the harsh treatment he endured during training was somewhat unbearable to watch. It is important to remember that he is still a young and developing character at his adolescence. Despite Belle's indecisive and naive personality as a teenager, he as a main character undeniably has his own charisma, as he consistently demonstrates the courage to redeem himself and protect the people he cares about. After enduring the harsh treatment in the Freya Familia, he managed to stand tall and confront his opponent. Since then, the more courageous he became, the more satisfying it was to see him shout. His straightforward and brave nature has saved others numerous times, helping him overcome obstacles, and most notably, picking up girls in the dungeon. Moving on to the main event of season 5, basically everything happens because Freya confessed to Belle with Seer's appearance, and Belle obviously rejected her. Oh! Bro, how dare you! Once the relationship among Seer, Freya, and Horn was revealed, I couldn't really catch how it all worked until I started googling and getting the answer from all the great anime fans on the internet.
Who are you?
I know they literally just show what it is in the anime. Maybe I'm just stupid. But personally, I think that one of the aspects that define a good anime is a series composition. We all know that the original source of Danmachi is a light novel. Unlike in words which can elaborate the story in detail and comprehensively, it is challenging to adapt the story into anime with a limited length of only 15 episodes without the viewer pondering. While this might be the best product JC Stuff could deliver for Danmachi, I just hope they are putting some real investment into One Punch Man Season 3. Well, don't get me wrong, I'm not hating on the outcome. Instead, the performance was rather satisfying. Danmachi Season 5 does have its own strength. For example, it has consistently presented brilliant animations that elevate each battle in the show. Also, I believe most of us who like watching Danmachi were drawn by something fascinating about it. Wow! And the production team clearly understands their selling point. I just couldn't be more appreciative to have Danmachi in my life. In a nutshell, the disclosure that Seer was actually a shared persona of Freya and Horn in disguise was genuinely shocking. due to the stark contrast in their personalities. The episode where Seer confessed to Belle was brilliantly executed. However, it was both irritating and saddening to see Seer get rejected. To think that someone will reject a kawaii girl like this is kinda crazy. Despite Freya's use of a charm ability was too much, Belle perhaps deserved a taste of his own medicine for rejecting such a charming waifu. In terms of the plot, the question is, will Belle either end up being with somebody or a harem king as usual? As for who he will end up with, deep down I really hope that girl will be real, like she was the one who has been fighting alongside Belle. Remember that awful survival in the deep floor of the dungeon in season 4? I mean, he really should pick the girl who has gone through thick and thin together, instead of picking Ace, who has yet to get any mainstream time. Anyway, the author needs to make it look convincing if Belle will be shipped with somebody in the end. So far, I think Belle's feelings toward Ace are more like admiration rather than affection. Looking at Real, she is merely my Danmachi waifu. Just look at the episode where Real fights with that dark elf. She is kawaii on and off the battle, a fine girl who can be soft or tough. She's got to be the one, isn't she? Plus she has also confessed to Belle. Another girl expressed her affection to Belle in a single season. Up to this point, the animations of Danmachi Season 5 was rather satisfying overall. Not to say that it is the best, because the few episodes towards the end, especially the war game, have seemed a bit rushed in my opinion. Maybe the adaptations could have been done better, but the conclusion of the anime was quite convincing. At the end, Belle decided to continue picking up girls, and we have Seer back as well, which is the reason Danmachi Season 5 deserves the credit. I genuinely hope the anime adaptations will carry on till the end, and we could have another sequel in a short while. Until next time, Papa Roger!